Welcome to Dump Truck Toolbox. I'm Alan. Today we're going to be talking dollars and cents about the difference between a forced early cash out from your dump truck business versus a crash out, and how understanding sunk cost can help you make a better choice between these two. A lot to talk about in 12 minutes. Pleasure to have you on the channel. Let's get right to it. In my previous video, I talked about cashing out in a way that you choose, at a time you choose, and sort of by plan, selling off your assets and maybe selling the entire business. If you were taking an airplane journey, that'd be like landing at the airport you want at the time you want. And so the first thing we're going to talk about is cashing out sooner than you expected. So this would be like you're on an airplane journey and something happens with the plane and you have to set down at a different airport. Maybe you own a Garage Queen, you've been repairing it a lot, and then on top of all the money you poured into it, the engine tears itself apart, or the transmission gives out. Like, it just doesn't make any more sense to put money into this truck. Maybe you've had an accident and the truck is damaged in a major way. With respect to your finances, maybe the business hasn't been as profitable as you thought it would be. So inflow of cash and the outflow of cash just aren't what they would be. So it's like using my airplane image. It's just not going to have enough fuel to make it to where you want to go. The third reason you might need to exit the business is your health. Those of you that follow the channel, you probably know that last year I was involuntarily out of my truck for 4.5 months because of an unexpected medical issue. If I had run into that health situation while owning my own hauling company, it would have been very difficult to meet my budget. What can you do in a situation where you've got to land your business early? You've got to exit before you expect it to. Well, first of all, you've got to decide, do I invest more money, more time, more effort, or do I get out of the business? A sunk cost is money, time, or energy that has already been spent and cannot be recovered. The sunk cost fallacy is when we keep doing something because of what we've already spent, whether or not it is the best choice moving ahead. Imagine the owner-operator of a hauling company needs to decide whether or not to pay for an expensive repair. The rational way to make this decision, that is, the way to make the most profit in the future, would be to look ahead. How much would the repair cost? Would it be more profitable to trade in this truck and get another truck instead? Which option would generate the most profit in the future? Now, suppose you had just spent $3,000 on replacing your dashboard and your steering wheel. That $3,000 is a sunk cost. You will never get it back. You should not decide to repair the old truck just because of that $3,000 sunk cost of the instrument panel and the steering wheel. Bigger than a truck repair. When a forced cash out is on the table, the business isn't as profitable as it should be, let's say, it can be hard to give up on your small business. Our tendency is to keep trying, putting more time, more effort, and more money into the business because of what we've already sunk into the business. For entrepreneurs, that sunk cost fallacy can be very, very powerful and deceptive. Entrepreneurs face so many obstacles that they have to overcome that it's a great trait to say, no, I'm gonna power through this. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do and get to the other side and make my business the success I want it to be. And that's great. That's a very commendable trait for any small business owner. But you have to have the wisdom to know in this situation, it's not the best choice. I need to get out of the business. I would say look very carefully at your finances. Get some advice from other people in similar situations, other haulers. Talk to your small business development center that you have in your state. Um, Talk to a business coach. Talk to your friends and family. Don't get so committed to your business that you hang on past where it makes sense. Okay, so that's the forced landing. Our video today is cash out versus crash out. So, what's a crash out? That's when your airplane's in the air and it catches on fire. You're not going to make it to an airport. And what do you do then? Well, hopefully, if you're in an airplane, you have a parachute and you're able to leave the plane, abandon the plane, but you have something that'll get you to safety. And so what's the parachute that you need to set up? Number one, separate your business finances from your personal finances. Make the truck loan in the name of your business, not a personal loan to you. And trust me, especially if you're a new business owner, the bank, the credit union, whoever you're getting your financing from, they're going to want you to personally guarantee that loan. Don't do it. Because if you do, everything else you own, maybe you have some personal vehicles, a boat, all of that could get swept up in a bankruptcy uh, that should just impact your business, but you signed for a personal loan. Never use your personal credit cards to pay your business bills. Once again, it's tempting. It's easy to do. That's how credit card companies make their money. It's easy to whip out the plastic and pay for that $10,000 truck repair. Great if you're using your business credit card. If you use your personal credit card, you're on the hook for that. And once again, you can dig a financial hole that you're not able to get out of. And then set up the right type of business structure. So I'm a former professor of business who drives a truck. So I'm not equipped to give legal or accounting advice. I would suggest when you set up your business, get some good advice um, from your small business development center in your state, lawyer, an accountant, whatever you can afford to figure out the way to set up your business. You might need to incorporate or whatever is the appropriate structure so that you can keep all of your business assets and all of your business liabilities in that corporation. And if things go bad, if the airplane is going to crash, your parachute is you declare bankruptcy within the corporation, and that hopefully will protect everything else in your life. All of your personal assets will not get swallowed up by the debts that you've created in your business. So, one of the differences between a forced cash out and a crash out when you're running a small business is, do you fall victim to the sunk cost fallacy? So if you're losing $5,000 a month and it's not going to get better, if you wait another 12 months, that's another $60,000 out of your pocket. If you can push past the idea of, I put so much in this, I can't afford to let it go, and have that real rational, hard look at what the future holds for you, then you could cash out earlier and preserve more of the money that you have in the business and put that back into your pocket. And maybe that can help you start your business up again in the future. So, sort of a downer topic. But if you don't prepare for the unexpected cash out or the crash landing of your business, then if and when it does happen, things are gonna work out poorly for you, not just in the near future, but for a long time until you can reset your finances. I want to encourage you, as the owner of a hauling business or the prospective owner of a hauling business, in the end, it's all worth it. If you make the investment, if you commit to doing it right, um, there's no guarantee of success, but it's the game is worth the prize at the end. So thank you for joining me on the channel. As always, I ask that you subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notifications button. This is Alan, and I look forward to seeing you again soon on the Dump Truck Toolbox.